Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today discussing Wolfenstein the Old Blood, the standalone game coming from Machine Games. It's a prequel to Wolfenstein the New Order, and today I'm here to tell you guys 3 reasons why I'm really stoked for this, because it comes up every podcast now on just how excited we are, how much we love Wolfenstein. So I'm here today to try to convince you guys on why you should be excited for this game, why you should really look into the Wolfenstein games from Machine Games. So without further ado, let's hop into this with reason number 1. It's more Wolfenstein, okay? Now for me personally, I'm going to be entirely honest and admit that when I finished Wolfenstein the New Order, I enjoyed my entire experience, but I didn't really realize how unique and amazing this game was, because I finished it and I moved on to the next one thinking, this year will be so much better in this game, and I didn't appreciate it for what it was. And once the end of the year 2014 came, I looked back on Wolfenstein and I'm like, man, I really wish there were more games like Wolfenstein, this solid first-person shooter that also displays emotional stories and lets you get to know these characters, and just overall amazing gunplay. Like I said earlier, I mean, it's just a blast to play. So having more Wolfenstein, when I thought, we're not going to see one for years because it has to be a whole new game, really cheers me up to see that Wolfenstein the Old Blood is happening. Moving on to reason number 2, that file size. Okay, 37 gigs for this standalone title. That is incredible, because that's only a few gigs short of the New Order. And what I want to know what's hilarious is that this game is going to be cheaper. So we're essentially getting the full-sized package of an actual AAA game for $20 to download. You can buy a box copy if you want, but just to me that's mind-blowing. I know that the file size doesn't speak much, but it does speak to the fidelity of the game, just how big it is, how much is going into this game, just by all these numbers there. I just find this absolutely incredible. I know it seems like such a weird thing, something you would have never predict, like what a file size is what gets you stoked, but think about it. We are essentially getting a full game for a cheaper price, and that just has me incredibly excited. Anyways, moving on to the final reason I am excited for this game. I did mention it a bit when I was talking about just how it's more Wolfenstein, but the story, I'm so excited to learn the story, okay? I know that even Machine Games admits it, that there's this B-movie kind of feel to Wolfenstein, that it's in a bit cheesy, which is it's supposed to be. But you know, when I think of all these, not plot holes, but there's so much stuff going on in Wolfenstein New Order that if you played the game, you'll know that you want to have you want to find out, you want to know what happened to this character, what was going on to this character beforehand, all that stuff. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free here, as you can tell I'm struggling to do so, but you know, you think to yourself, there's so many opportunities for them to fill in some gaps here in a prequel that I feel like Machine Games could really capitalize on this, and I'm really interested to explore more of the Wolfenstein universe, learn more about these characters before the events of the New Order, because that's always interesting, because now there's going to be a unique perspective for new players and veteran players, in a sense, where if you played the New Order, you're going to have a unique experience compared to someone who's played the Old Blood first and then moves on to the New Order, because they had this knowledge in advance. So it's also aware of the, or high awareness of the developer to keep this in mind of what happened in the New Order while developing the Old Blood, so that nothing steps on each other. So those are 3 reasons why I'm very stoked for Wolfenstein the Old Blood. Are you guys excited for this game? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. It's a little bit different video, but like I said, I try to kind of change this channel into more of a Bethesda hub, and with the release of Wolfenstein the Old Blood coming up, I figured that this was the proper video to make. So let me know what you guys are thinking about Wolfenstein in the comments down below. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.